So, good evening, guys. It's 7:40 p.m. Today is April 4th. So let's start with the pre-market note first. So today's notes were is simple. It was very simple, and I think and also price behaved the way I want it to be. So this week ES is all about 41.44. Remember this level 41.44, 29, and 10. You want to see both parties defending that area. Whoever wins, you will see it in the price action, and that will be the direction to trade. It is that simple. So if you see price going higher, taking out this area, basically above this and moving higher, that would be the direction, which is the long. Okay. I already give you comments in NQ for the NQ's chart, in Discord. NQ is all about dream numbers today. Above both dream numbers, buyers are active. Below those dream numbers, sellers are active, right? These are the dream numbers, 887 and 827, right? 887 pretty much became the low of the day, and price launched the up move from this level, so that is that simple for NQ. Russell, it's all about this level, 60, 88, 21, 54, 36, right? So Russell basically ping pong between these levels. Dow, buyers have to hold about this area, and sellers have to try to keep it below. So Dow pretty much held above this area. It went down maybe a few points, but pretty much it held above it. Crude, it is that simple also. Look for shorts intraday below 166, above Globex high, which was slightly above 166. So basically above 166 or Globex high, you may choose to take reactionary long. So crude stayed up above this area today. It is that simple. So today's notes were pretty simple, for all of them. It's like few lines, and it worked out very nicely today. So let's go into here, right? So as I said, 41.44, right? So let's draw a line here. 41.44, right? So price opened right at 44, right? And then it went down, right? But we are not supposed to short anything of the open, right? Or go do anything of the open usually, right? We don't do act right of the open. We are observing it. So when we are observing it, this was a gap fill area right here at this long, So when you see it right of the open, ES was going down, right? Internals were going down, correct? But if you look at NQ, NQ was going up, right? So by 9:34, NQ was at 9:33, and it launched the move, here, right from this dream number. Dotted lines are dream number, 887, 827, above both buyers. So NQ was supporting buyers, right? And it launched right from this powerful pink, blue lines and dream number, and it launched right here, right? While ES was coming down, right? So it looks like at this point, I told in Discord that ES wants to fill the gap basically, here. So it was doing that thing while NQ was going higher. So at that point, internals were going down, right? So what I said in Discord is, do not short, just ignore the internals, do not short. And then when NQ went higher, I took the long with NQ at 919, right here somewhere, Yes, I waited for the gap fill. The moment ES filled the gap, right there, I went long, right? Despite these internals being down. See, these are the days, where context is powerful here. You just have to read it nicely. And these are the days where you need to ignore internals, It's not always that easy, but you need to just feel it, that what's going on in NQ, and how ES is coming down, to fill this gap. There was not a broader weakness here. Yes, it was trending down, but you have to just look behind it, and you have to remember the context, that above 29, 10, 41, 44 buyers are there, right? Considering last 2 days, and our closing remark from yesterday, that buyers are still there. Combining everything, if price would have wants to go down, it would have go down in last 2 days. Considering yesterday's also Friday's down move, right? It should have stayed down, but despite that down move, it stayed up, right? About 29 and 10. So most likely the intention of the buyer intention of the participants is to move price up, So you have to just remember those things what I discussed. So no shorts here, right? But instead you go long, and if you're afraid, wait for price to take out 41, 44, right? Then it's confirming 100% with the pre-market notes. Then you take long right here, you know, right here. Oops. Right here, you know. So I took the long right here at the gap fill, you know, and then in with NQ, because NQ was moving fast, you know. It sliced through this previous dim number, this launch from it here, right? And 960, 990 it has to take out, right? So here it sliced through it, you know, pretending like it was not there. So NQ was so strong, you know. So, and that's why ES couldn't go down, right? So I know some of the folks, not from our room, but outside our room, they must have shorted right at this VWAP and RTH. But in Discord I said do not short here. When price went here, right at 44, again it was a strong bearish AD divergence, and this was a very good short here, you know. But this is what I discussed in Discord at that time, that this is a very good short, but most likely the sellers will get trapped here. So I said do not short, instead let price come down to 38, 39, let it hold, and then I want price to hold that 38, 39 and then move higher, trap these sellers, you know. That is what exact the wording I used in Discord, you know. So I took this long at 38, 39 instead of shorting it here, you know, and then it just shoot up, you know, by the time NQ was way high, you know. So here I took the profit because the way price came up, right, internals were still downtrending. So you do not want to hold this thing for a long. The way it came up, this is a quick points, you know, from 32 all the way to 56. It's like almost 22 points, right? So you want to grab it here and bail out right here, you know, and then just shut down your PC. You know, you do not want to trade later on, because the way it went higher with this poor internals, it is going to play ping pong game, and it will be difficult to hold your trade later on, you know. So NQ, same thing, you know. So I built out at 15,040, 990, scale here, complete bailout here, and I was done. I did not even bother to look this price action later on, you know. So, and there is no trading here, even though it looks good here, right? And you can even go long here, right, at this 44, sure. But by the time, you do not want to mess around that with this 44, even though yes, it's a matching with 41, 44, you know, line up with mid, VWAP, confluence here, right? But look at underneath the hood. This thing is not supportive of this up move. This thing also was trending down, right? In the morning it was different case. It's an instant push, you will get it. But after this much push, you do not want to mess around in between. Yes, after this range is broken to the upside, then you can go long, but it will be difficult to hold it because of the ping pong nature later on to come. Now don't ask me why ping pong will come. It's just the way price behaves, you know. This move was over, and this is all leftover stuff. So it is hard to trade in these few points. Look, you can literally look at it, you know, in this entire 2-3 hours, it just barely moves 7-8 points versus this 22 points. See, it is not worth your time to even trade this damn thing, you know, in this garbage. However, what I said here, when I stopped trading here, I said come back after 3 p.m. and wait for a pullback, then you go long, you know. But anyway, if you are watching at 1 o'clock, this was a good trade. Why? Because around 11:32, you know, right here, I typed in Discord and I said 56.50 is a line in sand for buyers today in ES, right? That is what I typed at 11:30, and you can see it. After that, price came down straight to pretty much here 56.50, and it held it to the T. So that's why you can take a long somewhere around the line here, because by the time this was also near first hour high, you know, and that was broken out, and this was a straight fall after this much fight. So buyers are not gonna give up, and this max target for today was 74 or 84. So price still has a potential to go to 74, 70, 84, and Q has a potential to go to 180, you know. So considering that much potential and this much buyers, you know, despite down internals, they were holding up, they are not gonna give up. So based on that fact, you can go long here, you know. at the same time, and then later on, but here you have to bail out here, right, considering this ping pong nature. And then you come back after 3 p.m. if you want to trade it, which is this long here if you want to, but the way price was going higher slowly, you do not want to mess around here in ES. Okay, however, this trade, this long, you can hold it up to here if you want to. So there is no trade after that in ES, considering it's very choppy move. However, in NQ, you had a very nice trade after 3 p.m. after 3 p.m. And actually also before that. This was the good trade because the way it ping pong here, see that it was tough to go long and hold it, right? So the key was to wait for a pullback, right? So the way it pulled back is like straight line into first hour high, which is here. Exhausted. Buyers are not gonna give up. After this much up move, it's like a trend day kind of day. They're not gonna give up. So the moment it got exhausted here, you go long straight up, and you can hold it till 180 if you want to. Later on, after 3 p.m., if you look and see it after 3 p.m., as I said, right, there will be a move here, right here, 3 p.m. pullback, right to this top, where it all started. You can go long here and bail out somewhere here. See, these are the targets I gave also when price was here. So, and that was the end goal, so 180, that was the end goal. Yes, 74 or 84 were the end goal. So they achieved it, that's all. It's all about price action today. Internals had nothing to do with it. It's pure price action. So in NQ also, see here I said, this was the comment I gave in Discord early in the 6 o'clock when I published the level. I said holding above buyers, right? And then I said above buyers will become more active. These are the trap buyers line. They also took out here, and this is exhaustion. Those comments were there actually 6 o'clock, and those were the trades today. It was a nice day today. So you just need to pay attention when to ignore internals, when not to ignore internals. And that be all. I'll see you tomorrow.